Tran trying to help you comprehend the techniques, these invisible chains that are used to ensnare these young boys and girls. And if we can't offer protection to those who are prepared to confront these traffickers, then no one will be willing to testify. The Smith family is back in the news, but this time it's Jada Pinkett Smith who is prepared to spill some tea. According to the most recent Hollywood caution, she has a terrifying secret that she is ready to spill. And we have all the details now. Before we continue, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to ensure that you never miss any new videos. It's free and greatly aids in the creation of new content for your enjoyment. Music. We all know Jada to be a badass actress, an incredible TV daytime host, and all-around businesswoman. And now she's ready to give it all up to spill the tea on the rich elites in Hollywood and the shady business that they're up to. What I find that's very interesting, that most girls feel a very strong disconnect, because this is not just happening to poor girls, okay? No, this is not just happening, I'm telling you. I've met 4 young girls who are actually attending Berkeley College who have been trafficked from very, very nice, seemingly very stable family backgrounds, who got caught up in trafficking and just feeling a disconnect at home. Jada has always been one who speaks her truth. We've seen it on our TV show, The Red Table Talk. And now she's on a mission to reveal the facade that is Tinseltown. She says that we need to start talking to our kids and make sure that they are safe and we stay connected with one another. So I think it's very important that we keep that connection, we keep that communication with our youth. I think a lot of times our kids get to a certain age and we feel like, they're doing them. You have to keep that communication in it. Is a must. You couldn't believe the stories that I've heard about girls who've been trafficked who will go to or asked by a girlfriend, hey, after school, we're going to go to this party. And they go to someplace far out in the suburbs. And they're having a good time. And they get drugged. The next thing you know, they wake up. And they have these pictures of themselves. Jada is exposing the wealthy and powerful for trying to conceal things. And with her tenacity, she's not having any of it. She's like a modern-day superhero, taking on other high-profile Hollywood figures. And she's also exposing the various ways that these pearls are being bound by blackmail. Like when a guy threatens them by saying, you come back here tomorrow, or this picture will be all over the internet. And I know where your mother works. So you have girls who Red Table Discussion was renowned for having very honest and raw chats. And it appears that Jada was ready to become even more raw and real by spilling some huge tea about the wealthy and powerful in the entertainment industry. Rumor has it that Jada had some big plans to expose some of Hollywood's elites. World rumors say that Jada had an expose and was ready to ruffle some feathers of those high and mighty in those circles. And it was her secret weapon to reveal some hidden truths. And the elites were not happy about it. Now, fans obviously in love with her for speaking out. One person said, go Jada. I admire you greatly, at least you're rich and connected to what's happening in the world. We still don't know if these rumors are completely true, but one thing's for sure, Jada Pinkett Smith doesn't shy away from speaking her truth. And if there's something fishy going on behind the scenes, she was ready to bring it all to light. And now there's even a movie out there that's bringing the whole topic to attention. And that has the Hollywood elites trying to get it shut down. We're seeing some huge blockbusters out there right now, the Barbie movie Oppenheimer. But there's a sleeper hit that's been silently killing at the box office. The Sound of Freedom is a thriller that has been dominating with $124 million in earnings since its release on July 4th now. While we have the Barbie fantasy movie and Oppenheimer, which details some serious things from our past, The Sound of Freedom has been quietly kicking butt. And there's a lot of truth behind it. It even outgrows Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 over the July 21st to 23rd weekend. It landed 3rd place on the charts. But you might be wondering, what's the buzz behind Sound of Freedom? Well, it's an incredible action movie based on the true story of Tim Ballard. He was a former Homeland Security agent. and he's on a mission to rescue a young brother and sister from the hands of a human trafficking circle in Colombia. It's a very intense, heart-racing movie. You may recognize Jim Caviezel from his roles as Jesus and Tim Ballard in Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ. However, he took on the role of Tim Ballard for this film and utterly destroyed it. Jim recently stated that Hollywood continues to be a fierce adversary of his efforts to combat human trafficking. I don't trust Hollywood, and I'm in business largely as a result of the shoddy Hollywood producers. Now here's the twist. Freedom isn't without controversy, but as they say, all publicity is good publicity. This movie will take you on a wild emotional journey filled with real-life superheroes, as well as fictionalized characters, and a lot of shocking moments. However, he recently left the organization he formed, Operation Underground Railroad, and not everyone is thrilled about it. Tim Ballard has been on a press tour for the film sharing his experiences and bringing attention to the urgent subject of human trafficking. The movie Sound of Freedom was described as a QAnon dog whistle, or just another thriller, by one media outlet. Berlitz saw the film and has an answer, and fans responded by pointing to mainstream media outlets when someone inquires about child trafficking in Hollywood's shadowy underworld. Rings they don't like when you do that, but why does this one movie have all the Hollywood elites so riled up? Well, The Sound of Freedom, tearing up the box office, has them worried some experts are raising the eyebrow for the thriller's take on child trafficking, something that we've seen happening with Hollywood elites. It considered Jeffrey Epstein, for example. In the movie, they have scenes with kids being snatched and kidnapped by total strangers. And of course that can happen, no doubt about it, but polarists, the big shots who deal with human trafficking, say most traffickers actually go after people they know, like picture this romantic partner's family members. Things like that. In a recent Rolling Stone interview, Aaron Albright, this hotshot attorney with loads of experience in the anti-trafficking field, drops of truth about Sound of Freedom. She straight up called out the movie's portrayal as being a bit too sensational. If you catch my drift, she believes that it's spreading myths that aren't all that helpful. And you know she does have a point when Hollywood makes movies about trafficking, about forceful kidnapping, and keeping folks locked up. That can make it really hard for people to see the truth behind war-twisted and complex cases, the ones that involve coercing and psychological manipulation. But the Sound of Freedom controversy isn't necessarily about the movie's accuracy. It actually got some of the heavyweights in Hollywood sweating bullets. They're worried that these movies might actually shine a light on some of the dark corners of the entertainment industry. And these bigwigs with all the cash really don't want their secrets on the big screen. In the past, Jeffrey Epstein's scandal received significant attention. Thus, several of these powerful people are now Hollywood elites are uneasy. They fear that films like Sound of Freedom may shed more light on their covert activities and uproot their entire lives. Of course, the last thing that these bigwigs want is a flurry of media attention and public scrutiny. Nobody likes to have their dirty laundry exposed. With these Hollywood hotshots so concerned that if the movie industry actually begins to leak more movie information, it may cause more damage than good. Atkinson, Kutcher, Martin, Rick, Denise Moore, Miss Thompson. Human trafficking, especially the trafficking of minors, is one of the most serious issues facing our society today. The first step in eradicating this crime is raising awareness. Visit Sound of Freedom. Robert Gibson, when it comes to fighting against crimes and taboo issues in the world, Jim Caviezel and Ashton Kutcher are formidable forces. Each of them has a distinctive approach, but they're all on the same mission to make a difference and usher in positive change. You may recall the impact The Passion of the Christ had, in which Caviezel played Jesus and Mel Gibson served as the film's director. That film served as a turning point for both of them because it sparked a passion for social. They used their notoriety and power to draw attention to more serious issues that go unnoticed. And now these Hollywood powerhouses are genuinely using their platforms to spread awareness, encourage action, and improve the lives of those who most need it. And let's not forget about Ashton Kutcher, who has been tirelessly fighting against human trafficking through his organization Thorn. He is sort of like a tech-savvy crusader who uses his expertise to develop tools and technologies to combat online exploitation and protect vulnerable people. What do you think? Comment below and let us know if you like this video. For the first look at my upcoming video, click the subscribe button and the bell icon. I regularly provide updates where I reveal the innermost secrets of your favorite celeb.